Sipping slow, yakking the act, thinking I'm the
Oh, champ. Run up these likes, smash the like, share the video, gang. It's the May, the one and only, gang. The one and only. Let me turn this volume down. It's too loud, gang. It's too loud. We got to turn that down, gang. Listen, some crazy news dropped from this guy, all right? Apparently, Billboard got a hold of this interview that took place today about Pusha T. It says here, gang, right here. If you take a look, Universal Music Group allegedly nearly blocked Pop Smoke's first posthumous album over a Pusha T verse that they believed was aimed at Drake. Right? They think that there was a second Pusha T diss on Pop Smoke's posthumous album. Now, why in the world would they think such a thing, gang? Well, it was an interview that took place, gang. It was an interview, all right? In this interview, oh, I can't see that way. We gotta fix that camera. Hold on, gang. We gotta fix the camera once more. Give me a second. This was an interview from Steven Victor, who says, they said Steven Victor revealed in a new interview that UMG threatened to shelve Pop Smoke's entire album if they didn't remove a Pusha T feature that they thought was dissing Drake. UMG thought that Pusha T was dissing Drake on that song. He wasn't, but they thought he was. So they came to me and said, we're not going to put this out now unless you get Pusha T to change these lyrics. Even though it has nothing to do with Pop Smoke, they're like, either he changes these lyrics or we're not putting the album out. Interesting, gang. Crazy. What could he have said? And I wish they would actually release this record because I'm very much curious as to what Pusha T said that was so powerful that made UMG believe that their cash cow Drake was in jeopardy. Now, listen, this is obviously probably a year or two after we heard that the story of Adidon against Drake. This is probably after that. And they've seen the response from the masses to how he dissed Drake, okay? And they seen it wasn't good. They seen that Drake seemed a little distraught. They seen that Drake was going to do a diss track, did not release that diss track, and somewhat felt defeated in a way, okay? He revealed all this in an interview with LeBron James and others. We seen it, okay? Pusha T might have put such a blemish on Drake at the time that UMG wasn't trying to deal with that again. So they might have heard the verse and was like, wait a second, champ. It seems like you're still dissing Drake. We cannot have that right now. Now, remember, this is not at a time where Drake is downhill. Drake is very much up at this point, okay? During those times, Drake was heavy in these streets. He was someone that everyone was looking at. He was on a run, okay? So it wasn't like Drake was where he was at probably like last year. You dig what I'm saying? And it seems like Drake is slowly on that rebuilding process to getting to where he used to be. I don't know. I'm just saying what it seems like at the moment, just based on numbers. But UMG clearly didn't want whatever Pusha T was saying to get out there because people might have also assumed that he was dissing Drake too. So it might have not just been UMG. Maybe people were going to assume that, wait a second, if we heard this Pusha T verse, we're going to think it's dissing Drake and it's going to create a whole thing. You feel what I'm saying? So maybe that's what UMG saw at the time, you know, as a label. You dig? Now, I don't think that this is done to purposefully shelve any type of Pusha T verse, anything like that. I think they're just doing it for business purposes because you got to remember, whoever's on top in the business, they're going to protect them, even the Kendrick Lamar right now. If somebody at UMG right now was trying to do some type of damage to Kendrick, which they really can't do, to be honest, because it seems like God is unstoppable at this point based on just the reception that he's been getting over the last year until now. It doesn't seem like you could stop Kendrick anyway. So let's just say there wasn't someone on UMG who was signed, who's a veteran or what have you. I don't think they would allow that person to jump on a major record or project and disrespect Kendrick at this point because he's done too much. You know what I'm saying? He's done too much, you know, just for the label in general, and has such a high caliber of just producing at this point. Like his production right now in general, this general production is impeccable. So they're not gonna allow you to disrespect their cash cow. It's just business, bro. You know, I don't believe this was done for any biased reasons. This was done for business purposes. Okay, they're not gonna allow you to disrupt whatever motion that their cash cow got in any way. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand that from a business point, business aspect. But yeah, this is interesting. I never knew this. But who was Pusha dissing? If they took it as a diss record, who like what did they assume here? What did they think? You dig what really took place? Listen, here's what I can say. I don't know. I feel like we need to hear that record though. Like, I want to hear it. I want to know what he said, gang. We need that unreleased. We need that. We want to hear what that's hitting for. I ain't gonna lie. And even though I'm kind of tired of all the disses and all that, you know, we've grown past it. I am pretty curious to hear what Pusha had to say on that verse. All right, I'm curious because I don't want to be the investigator here. I don't want to be the one that dictates, hey, was this a Drake diss? I'm sure all of you do too as well. You feel what I'm saying? Did he diss Aubrey? Right? Or didn't he? You feel me? Or maybe he said something in a way where it seemed like he was dissing Aubrey. I feel like whatever the verse was hitting for, it was too crazy and seemed like he was hinting at something that UMG might have knew about Drake that they thought he knew too as well, and he probably did. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there had to be something very damaging, and Pusha was saying in that verse that drew attention to UMG to be like, wait a second, wait a minute, no, champ, we can't put this out. Nah, champ, not right now, not right now. Aubrey has motion, we can't do this. Nah, not right now, champ. This isn't a good time. Feel what I'm saying? So, very interesting. Just remember, labels is all about the business, bro. It's business first, man. It's business first. You heard 50 Cent upset at Interscope, Jimmy Iovine, for promoting the game, who's also signed to the same label as 50. Business is business, game. Also part of the reason 50 kind of fell off early because he kind of low-key got blackballed based on his personal beef with Jimmy Iovine and etc. That's still UMG. Interscope, UMG, same thing. Same thing, champ. They said that could be the reason why 50 Cent's run ended, because he kind of low-key on the musical aspect got shunned a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Beefing with the label, things ain't go his way. Feel me? But yeah, gang, this right here though, man, this is interesting. I'm gonna say that, gang. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. Do y'all want to hear that Pusha T verse? Because I know I do, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I want to hear what Pusha said to Drizzly, to the Drizzler, Drizzy, whatever, nigga. I want to hear it. I want to hear it, gang. I ain't gonna lie, man. But do the man a favor, man. Run up these likes, smash the like if you haven't. Share the video. Let me know how you feel in the comments about all this. All right. Salute to y'all, man. But gang, is the mayor, the one and only real New York mayor, F. Eric Adams. Are you rocking with the town favorite Joe Face News? It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Make sure you hit the like, make sure you share the video, gang. I'm up out of here.